Hey everyone, this is Video Game Lover here, and welcome to another edition of Games That I Beat, or Games I Finished. To disappoint y'all, I did not finish 20 games this month, unlike July. I only beat 7, and you're going to find out why in just a moment. So, I only beat 7 games, and let's get it started. The first game that I beat was Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. I really had a wonderful time with that game, and honestly, I think that that's the best Ratchet & Clank game on the PS3 era. It is so good. Story's good, controls very well, the shooting's very good. Honestly, I really don't have a single issue with that game. The only thing I don't like is some of the Clank puzzles. That's it. Outside of that, I thought it was an amazing game. I love Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. Very good game. And I also finished Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. This was the kind of the rare game for the PS3 of Ratchet & Clanks because it came out a week before the PS4, and I think that was like dumb-ass idea from Sony. Why the hell they released that game right before the PS2 is beyond me. It's a good game, a pretty good game, but to my shock, it's very short. Like, it's one of the shortest Ratchet & Clank games ever. Like, it only took me about 3.5 days to beat. I mean, 3.5 hours to beat. And it only took me just 2 days to beat. It was really crazy. So, it's a good game, but it's very, very short. And the story's okay, but it's not really all that good. So, but now, really soon, I will play the new game that came out a few years ago. So now let me get to the reason why I only beat 7 games. It was because all my time came from this, Kingdom Hearts. At long last, I finally played and beaten the first Kingdom Hearts game. Now, I kind of went into deep with this game when I talked about it in the live stream, but this is what I think about the game. The game is aged. It hasn't aged bad, but it's aged. The camera, oh my god, the camera is so bad in this game. Especially when you're trying to fight the Heartless, and oh god, the Ursula fight. Oh, the Ursula fight is so horrible. The camera is your biggest enemy in this fight. It's just, my god, trying to target her in that game is just ridiculous. But like, the actual combat itself is good. The story, I think, is good. Graphically, I still think the game holds up well. And of course, the music, as we all know, the music's amazing in this game. The music's really good in this game. This game is also really hard. Like, really, really hard. Now, I made the big rookie mistake. When I first started this game, I picked the sword, got rid of the shield. That was a horrible decision to me, so I restarted the game, and I picked the shield, got rid of the sword. You want to do that because you end up getting way more defense. It makes your journey a lot easier. But I still enjoyed the first Kingdom Hearts game. I think it's a good game. I know why so many people love this game a lot, especially back in 2002. But now it definitely has aged a tad. But it's still a great game. I still enjoyed it. And I'm not going to lie, hearing Simple and Clean at the end of the game made me tear up a little bit. So, but I really enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts, excuse me. Can't play 2 yet. Next, I finished Lethal Enforcers 2 for the Genesis. Now, I recently picked this game up along with Lethal Enforcers 1. I can't beat Lethal Enforcers 1. It controls so terribly with the gamepad, with the Genesis controller. I know you need a Konami justifier, but my TV now is HD, so I don't think it'll work. So I actually played a little bit of the Super Nintendo version, and it plays a little bit better than the Genesis version. But as for Lethal Enforcers 2, it's much better than the first game. It plays a lot better, even with the controller. But my main issue I have with these games is that there's no invisibility frames. So if you get shot and get shot again, you just lose 2 health. So you get shot 5 times, it's an instant game over. It's so stupid. I don't know why they did invisibility. Virtual Cop came along and showed you how it's done, but this is still a good game. I really enjoyed it, and I find it weird that this game was never released on the Super Nintendo. So, I don't know. The next game I finished was the Terminator on the Game Gear. It's kind of like the Genesis version, but they changed some of the levels. And I did a no-death run of that game, and it wasn't fun. It's not a bad version, but my god, the first level is so random. It's so easy to die in the first level. It's just ridiculous. You saw the stream. I died like, what, 5 times in the first level because of how iffy the controls are. It's not a bad version, but it's not really all that good. I strongly recommend the Genesis version over that one any day. The next game I beat was Ernest Evans on the Sega Genesis. And spoiler alert, I actually beat the first entry of the Ernest Evans trilogy just recently, El Viento, but that counts as a September game. So Ernest Evans, I know that there's a lot of people that did not like this game because of the ragdoll physics and just how weird it plays. Me personally, I think the game is okay. It's not a bad game, it's just a little janky. And I just think the worst part of the game is that there's no collision attached or like no visibility frame. So if you run into an enemy, you could just die in a blink of an eye. But if you get over that, it's not really of a bad game. I like the music. I think the music is really good. It's an okay game. I personally enjoyed it, but I can understand why a lot of people didn't like the game. And the final game that I beat for the month of August was Aero Fighters for the Super Nintendo. A fun shmup on the Super Nintendo. Very difficult, especially the last level. Oh my god, the last level is really hard. But is it worth $1,000? I'm not making this up. This game is worth $1,000. Hell no. You're better off spending something better than that game. If you want an actual copy, $1,000, are you kidding me? Yeah, not worth it. Not worth $1,000. So anyways, guys, that's all the games I beat for the month of August. Not much, but still beat some really, really good games. So thank you guys for watching this video, and take it easy. Video Game Lawyer for the 8, sign out.